the strong voice of duty to my own country in its challenging journey of those first years of national independence really called me back, as well as missing family and friends, of course. And return back home was very warm and welcome.
And some old sea dogs have told me many a yarn by the fireside over goblets of grog. They all talk about bringing back unique artifacts from lands far off. That's not easy to speak in that accent. So I was wondering that from your time in London and going back home to Azerbaijan, was there any unique artifacts, or did some experiences from your time in London, were you able to bring that back to Azerbaijan? How did, the combination of both cultures allow you to harness the best of both worlds? And if it did, how did that manifest?
My passion for learning history and from history of evolution of financial services in UK and banking in UK, and also what role technology could play for economy and for the end users and consumers, really started to shape my perspectives that I still going back in history, leaning on even in my current life and my professional journey today. But back home in Baku in Azerbaijan, I was just through my 20s. I was honored to be in the front line, pioneering transformational changes, working with well-recognized international brands like KPMG and British Petroleum, re-establishing domestic infrastructure and driving recovery of the regional market and rebuilding the economy. Nowadays, 20 years later, the outcomes of that work and seeds that planted then still make me feel really proud. KPMG practices helping domestic businesses to scale, external policies for SME funding driving development of the agricultural sector, and treasury of the oil and gas upstream supporting the sector growth and enabling access to the international market. However imperative the contributions to the national economy were, my natural creativity also demanded some distractions then. So to feed my artistic soul, I continued with my passion design. While I didn't have time to execute it, I still designed clothes, but instead hired my own tailor and paid for the making of it.
Thank you very much for that. And following your time back in Baku, you then decided to up anchor once more and headed to the Canadian frontier, which is fantastic. I know my fiance spent some time over in Toronto as well, and I was really wanting to understand what drew you to Toronto, and specifically the role that you did at.
Thank you, Lee. Thank you for having me today.
And a safe journey into new horizons.
Thank you.
Bye.